Alrighty, guys. So, this will be my first YouTube video other than my guard auditions. So, I just wanted to give y'all a quick run through. I am a plant witch. I am a crazy plant witch. Let's put it that way. I have had a couple of drinks, so this tour ought to be a little fun. So, whoo. This is my pothos, as well as other people will call it pothos, but I prefer to call it pothos because I think that it sounds a little bit phonetically correct. This is my pothos propagation station. As you can see, this one right here is still in water and is still propagating. The rest of the pothos have already produced enough roots to be posted into the soil. I just gave them a light watering today, so they don't need to be watered for another week or so. Up here you can see my aloe cuttings, which I have allowed to callus over, so they will last about a month or two. This will give me access to medicinal properties, so if I ever burn myself or anything like that, I can just squeeze some of this aloe right out of the end, as you can see, and that will give me healing properties. Aloe is also wonderful for rooting. So if you were to try and cut something that didn't really root readily, you could just squeeze a little bit out of this stalk and it would give you a rooting hormone. In this jar, you can see that I've got all of my basil cuttings. At this point, I'm not accepting any new basil pointing cuttings. I'm sorry, I'm a little tipsy. So that's why I'm not really pronouncing things properly. But, you can see a jar full of basil cuttings. I don't cut them anymore to root them because I've already got so many basil plants. Alright, so over here, you can see that I've got a bipiniftifidum. This is a true bipin. This is not the smaller variety. I bought this little guy for, I believe it was $20. Growing like a weed, as you can see. And then I've got all of my monsteras right here. This little guy is a little weak looking. It's the only surviving mature leaf from the mature Monstera deliciosa. As you can see, there is a vine right here that is growing. Eventually, this will actually split off into a new leaf, and I can harvest this not so healthy leaf from the plant and allow it to grow a little bit healthier. But for now, I'm leaving this leaf so that it can photosynthesize without any issues. This is also full of cuttings, and so is that. And over here, we have our mother monstera. This is what is left of the mother vines of the monstera. So I don't have a whole lot left of the mother monstera due to the fact that I had a small fungus gnat problem that is rather hard to compete with, considering that I don't have any carnivorous plants, as well as diatomaceous earth, which is extremely harmful to fungus gnat larvae. But I am working on it, and it appears to be adjusting fairly well, as you can see with this beautiful curved growth right here, just wrapping around this post. Over here, I have my Christmas cactus, as well as my plethora of basil. Outside, you can see I have a pineapple plant, which is growing very happily. My partner decided that he was going to throw some balloons on there, and I wasn't exactly too thrilled with that. But the pineapple has proceeded to pop them, so that is a bonus. Over here is my maidenhair fern, which is absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't look as healthy as it could be due to the fact that we've had below average sunshine during our summer here in Michigan. Over here I have my propagation tray. This is where I've got jade, sansevieria, and echeveria propagating. And then right here we have our mother of millions, which is absolutely stunning. It is growing wonderfully. I haven't had any babies form yet, but soon enough they will be forming because it is absolutely healthy and growing wonderfully. And then right here we have a type of gasteria, which is absolutely gorgeous. It is growing wonderfully. I did rescue it from a collection, which my partner bought, and it wasn't doing well together. And then here we have our Haworthia, which is growing wonderfully. As you can see, let me get a closer up picture. Here we go. You can see that brand new growth right there growing beautifully. Now, all of this growth that is around the edge is old growth, so that will die off eventually, and it will reveal that beautiful middle growth. All right, so here is our mother Haworthia. That is the plant that the baby Haworthias have grown off of, the pups. Now, this Haworthia was painted when it was given to me. As you can see, it is growing out of the painted habits, which to me shows that it is a plant-friendly paint in order to allow it to grow past what it has been painted, what the paint has covered. I'm sorry that my articulation is not as great as it should be. Here is my mother plant, my mother tree. This is a money tree, commonly called a money tree. It is gorgeous. It is a 5-braid plant. I rescued it from my local mire. This has grown wonderfully. It is absolutely stunning, and I adore it. Now, this little bell-shaped terrarium, this is housing my catnip seeds. As they grow, it will give me beautiful new catnip plants, which I have absolutely struggled in growing. I don't know why. Every other plant seems to grow beautifully for me, but catnip does not like me.